says in the future the Yetzer Hara is going to be nullified. Yani in Masechet Sukkah, at the end of the Perek, it says that when it's going to be like nullified, like Shahita on the Yetzer Hara, so we're going to look back. The Reshaim are going to look back and they're going to look at it. It's such a small like hair. I couldn't pass over this. I couldn't pass over it. You hear what's going on? The question is, what did Rav Hashem ask? He says, why are you comparing it to a small like hair? For the tzaddik, it looks like a huge mountain that you passed. Oh, Baruch Hashem, I feel so good. I beat the mountain. For Rasha, it's a small hair. It's pshat. So I saw pshat that in essence, the Yetzer Hara is only really at that moment. Meaning to say, of course, it's all the time trying to get you and the game will get you. But what I mean to say is, it's that little push that you need to do. Like, for example, a guy waking up in the morning, right? Once you finally woke up the morning, all right, you're up. It might be hard in the beginning to actually wake up to go to shul early and things like that. But once you're up and you got them right and you're able to go, you're ready. It's like just that moment. After that, you get like a easy pass. You know, oh, Baruch Hashem, you're here. Baruch Hashem, you prayed. Baruch Hashem. Same thing in the morning. Let's say a lady, she's debating, tzniut, not tzniut. But the second she decides, okay, we're going to do tzniut, all right, it might be hard in the beginning, okay, but she'll eventually get used to it and that will be her daily routine. You know what's going on over here? You hear that or no? So really what do you say? It's that moment, it's the moment, it's the moment. It says over that Marivo Saveya must be or Ra'ev. What does that mean? It means like this. We have an Eved. You have a limb. And about that limb it says that if you satiate it, the more you satiate, the more starving it becomes. The more you starve it, the more satiated it is. Means to say a person in life, he has to understand that the lusts and pleasures is like salty water. Salty water is when you drink, you get more thirsty. So you think, oh, I need a drink. So what does he do? He drinks more salty water. But he doesn't understand that that salt water is making it worse. So the guy's on the ocean, right? They always have the thing. The guy's in the ocean and he can't drink any water. But he has all the water in the world. He didn't bring his Poland Spring bottle with him, so what is he going to do? So he takes it from the ocean, he goes like this, he's drinking. That's all he can do. He needs to survive. But he doesn't understand. And the guy ends up dying. What happened? Because he doesn't understand, since it's so salt water, he just gets more thirsty, and it doesn't end. And he just ends up, he's dying from thirst. Same thing with the Yetzer Hara, same thing with the Yetzer Hara of lusts. Person, he gets ensnared with the Yetzer. Says, oh, what's the big deal if you look? That's something I'm not supposed to look at. But what you're not understanding is that look made you more salty water for another look. You understand? And there, before you know, you're looking again. That's something I'm supposed to look at. And then again, it's something I'm supposed to look at. And then Yetzer Hara plays with your eyes and says, oh, no, that's it, I'm not going to do it anymore. Last time. I'm just doing it for this reason, I'm just doing it for that reason. And you initiate a morayat for it. And before you know it, you're going to continue eating that you're going to still see that same thing. Oh, see more, see this, that. But you thought in your mind, what's the big deal? You know why? Because you didn't satiate it. It's like a drug, right? A guy says, the last time I'm taking this drug. The last time he takes it. But he doesn't realize his body craves for it much more again and again. So he took it, now he wants again. He took it, now he wants again. But really, technically speaking, from the get-go, when he had that craving and he had the ability to control it, that's when he has to do that, right? Same thing with things you're not supposed to look at. You're not supposed to look at. If you do look at it, all you're doing is making it worse for yourself, and you become a slave to it. You become a slave to things that you're not supposed to look at. You slave, mamash, slave. And even when a guy gets older in the 90s, he doesn't get out of that stage because he never worked on it. He never worked on it in his lifetime. Rabbatai, you have to make sure your level of kedusha is higher. You know, the summer, the this, the that, anytime, summer, winter, you always have to watch your eyes. You always have to watch your eyes where it's looking at. If it's looking at something it's supposed to look at, just know, first of all, what you're doing is wrong. What you're doing is, a person has to go through sufferings in the next world, so his neshama becomes clean in order to go to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's not, in a way, it's a punishment, but at the end of the day, you have to go through that. Imagine a father comes home and he sees his kid all full of number 2. Huh? All full of, the kid went to the bathroom and he's all smelly and he's all dirty from the bathroom. What happened? It leaked from his diaper and now it's all over his clothes. Father comes home and all of a sudden he wants to hold the baby. He holds the baby. Oh, so cute. Gives a big kiss. All he sees smells. Oh my goodness, this is disgusting. He puts the kid down. First, honey, go give him a shower and then I'll take him. Now, sometimes the kid doesn't want to take the shower. It's hot water, not hot water. So the kid's taking the soap and the soap goes into his eyes. The guy starts screaming. But what do you want? He's dirty. He's got to get clean. So too, when a person sees things that he's not allowed to look at, it's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, the detergents are very, very hot. It's not like you're tired, you put something, that's it. It's like a real blowtorch of who knows what, where the Ramban says a person lives 70 years of suffering in this world, but the highest suffering, it doesn't equal to 1 second of the Gehinnom that's going to be there. Is it worth it now when you're about to look? Should you look? Should you not look? Well, weigh it out. Is it worth the look? First of all, you have to understand, first thing is first. At the end of the day, this look, you should know it's going to cost you a pretty penny. It's going to cost you a lot of suffering. Second of all, even if you do look, you don't gain anything. For 1 second, and then the second later, it's gone. Thirdly, you have to understand that just made it worse for your life because the next time when you want to control yourself, it's going to be much harder because you're already used to looking. And it's salt water that you're putting in your mouth that you want to look again, and there's no purpose to it. Fourth thing is, you're going against what Hashem told you. Fifth thing is, Hashem gave you those eyeballs, and some people don't have eyeballs. Some people can't see. And I know what you're looking at. The majority of people could see, so Rabbi, well. Forget the majority. Look at the people who can't see. Look, Baruch Hashem, you could see. So you think Hashem gave you his eyes to go against what he tells you to do? You know what we're saying here today? And that's why a person has to be chazek in these items. It's all salt water. It's always going to want more, crave more. There's no point. Don't even give it an inch like we always say. Don't even give it an inch. No, I'm just seeing if, what are you seeing? If what? If what? The Yetzer Hara tells you 1,000,000 times, just see now, you're not seeing because of that, you're seeing because of that, but the deal, blah. You have to cut it from the get-go. Not even a little bit. I would even see not even a little bit. And when you do that, you gain into your life more kedusha, and you'll see a lot more beracha in your life. There's no questions. They will see more beracha in your life. Because now you already put yourself in a more kadosh settings. What's the Baba Sali? Everybody's heard Baba Sali. Where was his koach? Where was it? First of all, he learned tremendous amount of Torah, but as well as the kedusha that he had. Tunnels that he would have from his house to the shul or whatever it may be, not to look at something he's not supposed to look at even 1 second. One time they said one of his anical, as they say, his descendants. One time I heard a story. One time we went to the airport for 1 second to pick up, maybe a relative of his. Exactly, I don't know, but he went to the airport to greet one of the relatives. He saw one look that he wasn't supposed to look at for a second. By accident, He said it took him 3 years to clean his neshama away from that. 3 years to get that idea out of his brain and this and that. To get it out completely, where it didn't affect him at all and this and that. 3 years. Rabotai, it's not worth it. The look is not worth it. The suffering is not worth it. The kedusha is not worth it. The fact that a person has to go away from Hashem for a little bit is also not worth it. Imagine, think about it. You have the angel looking at you in Shemaim as well. You have to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. And I told you, one of the main ways of negating it is not even to give it an inch to look. Not even an inch. Just go strong with it and accept it in your mind that you're never going to do it again. And even though it might be hard for the first week or first 2 weeks, but after that, Hashem will give you siyata d'shmaya. And don't say, oh, I didn't get siyata d'shmaya. It's going to be a continuous war. But at the end of the day, it's well worth the investment.